That means that today is a new day and good morning to everybody. Hi, Danielita Vargas. Good morning. Okay, the new people that just added to the meeting, can you hear me? Can everybody hear me? Everybody? Just testing. Um, can everybody hear me? Good morning. Yes, thank you. Diana Canizales. Good morning, Ariela. Okay, you can hear me. Good morning, Daniela Vargas. Yes, she says yes, that she can hear me. So thank you. Okay, excellent. Then we are ready, right? Let me just prepare a couple of things. Everybody's on mute, but we are going to also do some more steps that we are all here. Okay, we need our books today on page 73. We have many things to do, but I'm sure we're going to be able to finish it because you are amazing. You're always fast. You are fast learners and you are amazing. So we're going to do it. Okay, let's begin. Here we are. Um, I have been experimenting or having some problems with the internet. So if suddenly it stops or the meeting stops, it's me. Okay, it's not going to be your internet, it's me. So wait for me there on the meeting room and give me a couple of minutes so I can return to the meeting. If maybe for me it's impossible to return because of the internet, then I will send the message so we can reconnect in another hour. But we're going to try to um, cover all the topics and everything in this class. Okay? Okay, let's begin. Let's see. Here we go. I want to welcome you to another grammar class. And today we are going to work on pages 73 to 78. And we're going to begin by checking your homework. Remember that we had the activity of exercise 2.3. There are more statements and questions. You had to listen to an audio and then completed a chart, right? How many of you completed the homework? Okay, if you did the activity, then you write a yes, because I'm going to ask you to participate. Because if you completed the activity, yes, yes, okay, Genesis, thank you, Grecia. Me alegra que seamos tan responsables, corazón. Excellent, great job. So if you completed the activity, then you are ready to participate. So let's see. Here we have our homework section, right? The one that we had to complete during the week. Let's see, here we have our chart. Very similar to the one that we have in our book. We are on page 73, exercise 2.3, more statements and questions. So here we have the name of our participants, Wei, Nick, and Anna. We have the time, what he or she was doing, where he or she was feeling, doing and feeling. So after listening to the audio, let's begin solving our exercise. So Wei, on April 25th, number one, what he or she was doing. What was she doing? Who can tell me how I'm going to fill up this space? What was she doing? Starting in school at US, says Genesis. Very good. Do you have another answer different from this one? What was he or she doing? If you have another answer, you can send it and we are going to compare. And then at the end, we're going to see the correct answer. Starting school at US. Let's see. Excellent. Very similar, Genesis. She was starting school, studying English. Very good. We can leave it that way, Genesis. It's okay. Starting school at US is perfect. Also, you can add this part, starting school, studying English, it's okay. For the first time, excellent, Genesis, it's okay. Right? So all the answers are correct. And what was he or she feeling? Nervous and hopeful. Excellent, Genesis. She is participating, and I want the rest of you to participate. So send me your message, please. She was feeling nervous and hopeful. Very good, Genesis. Excellent work. Perfect. She was feeling nervous and hopeful. Check your answers. If they are not correct, you can correct them right now. Okay, let's see. Nick, at what time? June 3rd, says Genesis. Oh my God. Excellent, Daniela Avila. June 3rd, 2009. Perfect. And what was he doing? What was he doing? Who can tell me what was he doing? Nick. Let's see, what was he doing? Those that are fast at typing can send your answers right now. Was getting his driver's license, says Daniela Vargas. Okay, let's see if it's true. Yes, it is. Excellent. Very good. And Avila getting his driver's license. Perfect, girls. Very good. Getting his driver's license. And what was he feeling? I'm going to give you the answer. Oh, but Genesis and Daniela sent me already. And Grecia sent me already the answer. I was going to give it to you, but that's okay. Feeling very excited. Excellent. Very good job. You have done your homework pretty well. Anna, on the spring of 1999, what was she doing? She was very good. Avila was leaving home, coming to USA. Excellent. And how was she feeling? Uh-huh. Thinking and missing family. Okay, this was the homework, and I hope you all completed it correctly. Excellent. Well done. Well done. We are working right now on the activity of our homework, and we are going to move on. Let's begin with our grammar presentation. This is going to be, I know it's going to be fast because we have all read a little bit about past progressive or simple past. It depends on the situation when we're going to use it. So it says, use the past progressive for an action in progress in the past. We are on page 73. Please follow the reading, right? Follow the reading, page 73. Open your books and follow the reading with me. Use the past progressive for an action in progress in the past. Like, for example, on the day of the earthquake, we were living in San Francisco. This is an action in progress. That was happening. They were living, right, in San Francisco, but it was in the past. They don't live, they are not living right now. They were living in the past. Letter B, use the simple past for an action that happened on one time and was completed. On the day of the earthquake, the power went out. This is a verb in past tense. We have went, that is in past tense. It is in past tense, but the action was completed. It went out, right? It's not in progress, but it already happened. So it's simple past. So past progressive when something, an action is in progress, and simple past when an action was completed, right? It happened one time and was completed. Let's move on. Using past progressive and simple past with time clauses. Okay, this is on page 74. You have to turn the page in your book and continue discussing with me the grammar presentation. It says letter A, time clauses with when or while show when events happened. We have the main clause and the time clause. We already saw this topic. We know the time clauses. We know when the part of the sentence is a time clause because it has a time expression. And here we have our time expression, while. So after the time expression, we have our time clause. And the main clause is an idea that can stand on itself, on its own. It doesn't need extra. The power went out. That's the whole idea. Okay, we don't need to add anything extra. We understood the idea. The power went out. That's it. So that's why it is a main clause, because it can stand on its own. We don't need to add anything extra. But the time clause it needs an extra part. We were riding the elevator. So you're going to say, we were riding the elevator. And what happened, Miss Anne? Did something happen? Okay, we were riding the elevator, and there you see, we need to add an extra idea to complete our thought. So that's why we need to join our time clause with the main clause. So here we are, right? So when and while shows when an event happens. Here we have while, and they are joining our two ideas. Letter B, when or while in the past progressive time clause to show an event that was in progress when a second event happened, use the simple past in the main clause. So here we are. Main clause or second event, the power went out. So we are using the simple past in the second event. When or while we were riding the elevator. So after the time clause can be expressed with past progressive. We're riding, and we are using our time expression when and while. And the second event is going to be represented or written with simple past. Let's see letter C. Use when, but not while, in a simple past time clause to show an event that happened while an event was already in progress. Use the past progressive in the main clause. Okay, it's very similar, only that this time we switch positions, right? On the main clause, we are using ing, that is past progressive, followed by a time expression, when, and our second event is in past tense. So that means that we can switch, we can turn around. We can have present progressive at the beginning and past at the end, or past, simple past at the beginning and present progressive in the second event. Okay, so we can work both ways. Okay, here we are. We are on page 74. The exercise is number 3.1. So we can begin participating and answering. Okay, so we are going to complete the paragraph. I'm going to follow you with my own answers so you can help me. And it says, my most memorable experience was the solar eclipse of 2009. Oh my God, you're really ready for this. I already have answers in here. That is wonderful. I'm so happy that you always participate. Excellent. That means that you understand, and that makes me so happy. So in the summer of 2009, yes, Daniela, Jessica, Genesis, Diana, and Daniela Genio, they said, was traveling. Excellent, perfect girls. Around Turkey one day when I was reading or read the newspaper. Daniela, Paola, Genesis, you said, Jessica, okay, Daniela Vargas, they said was reading. Very good. Okay, if you thought it was read, this time you can see the difference, right? Now that we have the answer. Try to read it again and see the difference, right? When we need something that is an event in progress. It didn't stop, it continues. That's why we are using was reading. I saw, very good, Anderson. Genesis, very good. Daniel, we have many of you answering. That is great. So number 4 is saw. Right, I saw an article about the eclipse. I decided, or I was deciding to, yes, Paola said decided, Victoria Serrano decided, that is Mr. Fernando Serrano. Hi, Fernando. Excellent, decided. Okay, we all agree that it is decided. Very good, excellent. Go to the town of Amasya because the article, yes, very good. Ariella, Ariana, Paola, Danny, Jessica said. Jessica, this time it's not in progress. It already stopped. It said in that moment, right? It said it was the best place to see it, right? It was not saying to the public. It just stopped the action, right? So remember, if we say said because the action is stopped in the past, it's not in progress. Okay, let's continue. I arrived or was arriving in town one day. Arrived. Everybody said arrived. Very good, excellent. Very good, excellent. Well done, Ariella. Um, let's see, where are we? In town on one day in eclipse. I walked or was walking. Everybody agrees in this one. I can see that. Ariana, Paola, Daniela Avila, Danny, Gabriela Guzman, excellent. Flor was walking. Grecia, very good. Excellent. Thank you very much for your help. I love that you can answer these exercises that easily. That means that we are working hard and we are progressing in our knowledge. That means that we are understanding, and that's great. If you have the opportunity, if you have the opportunity, every time that you speak in English with someone, or even with your classmates, if you chat and send messages to your classmates, practice your English. Do it in English. That way, you also can practice all these grammar structures and tenses. You can do it with your friends. You can do it with someone, a familiar in the United States, or even your parents if they speak English. Practice. This is a time that we cannot. In this time, we cannot rest. We have to practice, right? Because you are not in the school, and we don't have like the moments to practice in our classrooms. You don't have your teacher over there to practice with. So try to do it as often as you can with your friends, your own classmates, or your family, or familiars, your other part of your family in the United States. Daniela, oh yes, really, Daniela? I told with my cousin in English. That's excellent. That is what we have to do. If we have the opportunity, if we have the opportunity to speak with someone in English, do it right away. Don't be scared, right? Don't be scared. You have to practice. Doesn't matter if maybe you make one or two mistakes. That's okay. But you have to stop feeling shy, or having or maybe feeling scared of speaking in English, right? You have to practice. If Paola, if you raise your hand, if you have a question, you can write on the chat so I can help you. Any question or any doubt, Paola, right? I can help you. You can write to me on the chat so I can answer you. Okay, excellent, Paola. Let's continue then. We are in number 9. They waited or were waiting. Let's see. Okay, 9 is saw. 10 were waiting for the eclipse to start. I decided to join them. Let's see the answer. Okay, very good. Decided, says Camila. Some of you forgot the D at the end. Diana, Daniela, Ariela, Jessica, Flor. Okay, we all agree that it is decided. Very good. Then the eclipse started or was it starting? Excellent, Gracia, Camila, Genesis, Diana, Daniela, Henio, Vargas, Jessica. Excellent, we all got it right this time. Very good. Florcita, Florcita, it's not what's starting, because this time it's not an action in progress, but excellent try. Very good, right? This time you just have to check and you will see that the action stopped in a certain part of the moment, right? Because it has also a time in the afternoon, right? So excellent work. But we can correct it and write down started. Let's see, number 13 is what's happening. This way, excellent, Genesis, Ariela. Okay, what's happening, 13. Okay, we finished 3.1, and we can move on to our next exercise. Let's see. Here we are, 3.2, still on page 75. It says correct the punctuation. This time we are going to correct the punctuation. So we can add a comma, a period. We take away the period. We add I don't know, a question mark. Okay, we are going to correct punctuation mistakes in this sentence. It says number 1. I'm going to help you with the first one. When the power went out, comma, I was cooking a big dinner. Then the first one that we have is number 2. When the millennium arrived, we are going to take away the period, and we are going to add a comma. Okay, we take away the period and we add a comma. Excellent, Ariela. We have arrived, comma. Very good, Ariela. When the millennium arrived, comma, Bo was working for a computer company. Number three, who can tell me the mistake on number three? When the power went out, we were riding home on the subway. When the power went out, comma, says Daniela Avila. Out, says Genesis, out, comma, Camila, out, comma. I think so too. Let's see. Perfect. When the power went out, comma, we were riding home on the subway. Perfect. Now I will give you number four. Here it is. While we were standing in the doorway, comma. Excellent, Daniela. Well done. The ground started to shake. Very good. You are fast. Okay, number five. Number five is a U. Okay. Flor says hit, comma, Genesis, hit, comma, Ariela, Camila, Diana, Gabriela Guzman. Excellent. I think that's the answer too. When the earthquake hit, comma, she was right. Very good. Excellent. I give you number six, right? So we can move a little bit faster. Excellent. Let's see. Here I'm missing the comma. Asha was standing in the town square, comma, right? I missed the comma, but here it is. It should be comma when blah, blah, blah. So the town square, comma. Please add the comma. Here should be a comma in number six. Okay, number seven. Rob was shopping, comma, when. Very good, Daniela Avila, Genesis, Arielita. Very good, Grecia and Gabriela Guzman. Very good. I think that's the answer. Okay. Rob was shopping, comma. Again, I don't have it. I'm sorry. It's my finger on this computer. Okay, so Rob was shopping, comma, when the lights went out. Let's see number eight. While we were working, comma, the hurricane hit. Excellent. You already sent me your answers and they are correct. Excellent. We're moving really fast because you are fast and you're working excellently with me. So thank you. That was exercise 3.2, page 75. Let's continue here. 3.3, more time clauses. Complete the reader's story. Use the past progressive or simple past form of the verbs in parentheses. Okay, this time we are going to change, right? We are going to change the tense of the verb. We are going to decide either to write simple past or past progressive, right? So let's see. It begins like this. A day I will never forget. It sounds like a poem, huh? I will never forget the 1989 San Francisco earthquake. Well, not quite a nice poem. My wife and I were eating at a restaurant when the earthquake, okay, Daniel Avila says hit. Let's see if it's correct. Excellent. Very good. When the earthquake hit, we blanked for our food. Okay, they'd say we were waiting. Others, Jessica says waited. Some others says waiting. Okay, we have here a difference of opinion. Let's see number three. Excellent, we're heating. Okay, remember to always try to follow the idea. If the past tense is going to be used in this sentence, is because the action stopped, right? But if it's something, an action that can be followed, that could be in progress, right? And it's expressing an idea that can complete the objective of the sentence, right? That they are following that topic, that they are completing it. And if you can read it aloud, you will see how different it sounds if you read it aloud and you use first the simple past and then the past progressive. And even your ear is gonna like tell you that it sounds correctly one way or the other. Believe it or not, our ear has already been, it has been learning with us English. So when we hear our teacher speak, or the movies, or the songs that we hear on the internet, on YouTube, or whatever, our ear learns English and learns to identify some words when they are correct or incorrect, right? So you can read aloud and your ear can also help you to identify the correct tense. Okay, that's a tip. Believe it or not, it works. Okay, Fernando says number 4 is shout. We are on present, on simple past or past progressive, Fernando. So we need to add the past tense or the past progressive, right? But we cannot have it in present tense, right? Also Genesis, we can correct it over there and add ed. But excellent try. Very good. Okay, shouted, 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 said the rest. Very nice. It's a big one. Get under the table. We, yes, Daniela Avila, very good. Fernando, Jessica, excellent. Well done. We have it correct. In number 5, well done. We stayed under the table. And what did we do? Daniela Avila says 8. Okay, excellent. Do we have, we can confirm that this answer is correct or we have a different opinion? Daniela Vargas and Genesis also says 8, say 8. Okay, let's see. Very good job. 8. Past tense of eat, 8. Our dinner while the ground, look here it says while. While it's a time expression, so it is happening, right? Let's see, Daniela Relagueño, Vargas, Genesis, Arielita, Flor, very good. Fernando, Gracia, Diana. Okay, we all agree here. We all agree. Also, we could use shook. Why? Because remember the rule that we saw on the grammar presentation? It says that we could switch, right? We could use our time clause at the beginning or at the end, or we could use a simple past at the beginning or at the end. Remember that we could switch them? That's why we could use was shaking or shook, right? We could use any of them. Okay, excellent. Let's continue. I will give you number 8 so we can move faster. Was walking on the beach when the lifeguard, what happened? When the lifeguard, Daniel Avila said told, and told, Danny Relagueño told. I think that's the answer. Very good. Excellent job. Told me to go home. When I'm going to give you number 10, got home, my mother, what happened with my mother? When I arrived home, my mother, what happened to my mother? Flor says was waiting, was waiting, was waiting. Very good. If your answer was waiting. Well done, Gracia. And Danny and Gabby and Daniela Mejia. Very good. Was waiting for me. She blanked dinner when the electricity, I'm going to give you that one. She was making dinner when the electricity, what happened to the electricity? Daniela Avila says went. Very good, Daniela and Gracia. Well done. Went. I'll give you next one that is stayed, right? Inside and what happened? Inside and what happened? Daniela Avila said played. Very good, Danielita. Here it is. Played games by the candlelight while the storm was crashing, says Daniela Avila. Okay, Genesis was crashing, Ariela was crashing. Excellent. Or it happens the same thing that happened to number 7. It can either be was crashing or crashed because of the rule that we saw that it could be at the beginning, it could be a main clause or it could be a type clause, right? Okay, we're done with page 75. Excellent job. Very good. Well done. Okay, it says use the words to write questions about the story. In A, use the past progressive. For Samir and for Luisa, I'll help you with the first one. Here is a question for Samir. Where was Samir eating when the earthquake hit? We have in number 1 the question information what and the verb do. So we create one, right? We create one. Where was, we have in number 2 where and eat. Number 1 what and do, it's already done. So there is number 2. Let's see, I'll give you again number 3 so we can move faster. Number 3, excellent, Daniela Avila. What was Samir eating when the earthquake hit? We use the question information what and the verb eat. We add ing. Let's see, for Luisa, let's see what happened to Luisa. Who can give me a question for Luisa? What and do? What and do? Who can give me a question for Luisa? Using what and do? Excellent, Avila. What was Luisa doing when the hurricane hit? Let's see. Very well done. Excellent. Perfect. This is a little more complicated exercise, but here's where we can see if we understood. What was she doing when the earthquake hit? Excellent, Ariela. Very good job. That's another way to write it down. Number 5, where and walk. Let's write down a question with where and walk. How do you think we can put in order those words and add our verb? It says, Daniela Avila, where was Lisa walking when the hurricane hit? It sounds really nice. That's a good question. Let's have a look. Where was Lisa walking when the lifeguard told her to go home? That's okay. We can either write when the hurricane hit, or we can add the extra information of the lifeguard that told her to go home. Okay, and the last one, I'll give it to you. What was her mother doing when Luisa got home? Okay, there we are. That's the last one. That's number 6. Number 6 on page 76. And we move on to 77. We're almost done with the exercises, and we're doing excellent timing. Okay, this is going to be like a little bit more complicated. So here, because it says that we need to find and correct 9 more mistakes in the excerpt of an interview with some people who remember the moon landing in 1969. Here, you just need to follow the reading with me. The answers are going to appear so you can complete the 9 mistakes. I know you already know how to do it, so you can check those answers after the class. But because of the time, it's going to be excellent if we do it together like we used to do in class, remember? Okay, are we ready? Here we go. Let's see. Where were you when Apollo 11 landed on the moon? Please complete the exercises with me while I read it, right? The answer is going to appear in red. You completed it because it's going to disappear and just appear the next answer. So we have to really catch up. Maria, well, in the summer of 1969, we needed a comma. Here it is. I was 19. I was living in Mexico. On July 20, I was sitting on the beach with an American couple. We were listening to the radio. Here is the mistake number 3. We were listening to the radio. Excellent. Thank you, Daniela. Very good. We are solving this really fast. Listening to the radio. When the speaker, we needed when, that is our next mistake. When the speaker announced the landing. Past tense of announce, announced. Right? This is the next mistake. Announced the landing. Please correct it on your own in your exercise. We are just solving it together. Interviewing, interviewer. What were you doing when the astronaut landed on the moon? Don't worry that I am writing down right now the mistakes, so you can just copy them, right? Because of the time, we are going to do it faster. What were you doing when the astronauts landed on the moon? And Tom says, at that time, my wife and I were moving from Chicago to San Diego. The next mistake was, were moving from Chicago to San Diego. At that time, my wife and I were moving from Chicago to San Diego to save money. We stayed in campgrounds every night. We were listening to the car radio at our campsite when the astronaut stepped on the moon. So the last mistake that we added to this article was were listening. We were listening to the car radio. That night, let's continue reading. That night, while we were lying on the ground, what happened? We have a comma over here, right? That night, while we were lying on the ground, comma, we looked up at the moon. We were being amazed. Excellent. Very good job. Excellent. That was page 77. Now page 78, you have to do it on your own because it's only underlined. So you are going to underline the past progressive and circle the simple past. So you are going to read the article, and when you see a verb in past progressive, you underline it, and a verb in past form, you're going to circle it. So when you send me your photos, you're going to send me up to page 78. Okay, 78, you have to solve it. Underline past progressive and circle simple past. Okay, excellent job. Okay, very good work. Here it is. Thank you for your attention, right? It was a great class. We did this in like a record time because you are fast learners and you are always participating with a lot of energy. So thank you very much. Blessings. God bless you, sweeties. And let's stop sharing right now. Here we are back. We are back. Okay, I'm going to allow you to unmute your microphone. So if you want to say bye, if you want to say, make a comment, if you have a question, if there's something that you need and I can help you. Oh, thank you, Gabriela. Thank you. Bye, Jessica. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you. God bless you. Take care. Remember that you are important to God, right? That we love you very, very much and we miss you a lot. Ok, Señor me los bendiga. Sí, cualquier pregunta, cualquier duda, chicos, recuerden que me pueden mandar un mensajito. Bye, Ariela. Bye, sweetie. El Señor me los bendiga grandemente. Cuídense mucho, ¿eh? See you next class. Bye, Genesis. Bye. Bye, Anderson. Bye, Florcita. Thank you, thank you. Señor me los bendiga. Bye, Caniela. Cuídense mucho. Love you guys. Send your photos, remember. Send your photos. Bye, sweeties. Bye, Mateo. Dios te bendiga, Mateo. Cuídense mucho, chicos. Bye, mis amores. Bye, bye.